All right. So, back to granite. um, if I dare do this, there we go. Okay. That was super weird. Never had that just happen. It's like my driver's crashed almost. Fire range? No. I got too excited. There we go. Cutter rate was showing funky numbers there too for durability. Hopefully that's just a visual glitch. Check. Oh yeah, it's at 72%. It's fine. We might grab up a buggy full of aluminum on our way back. That would be an efficient use of our time. Just keep on keeping on here for a couple more stacks. They go so fast. As long as I don't crash. That slows things down a little bit. Rocks, 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 rocks. Off of the still suit pocket there. Keep it empty so that we don't waste the water. More granite. As long as this load gets us enough to start moving production, we'll be in good shape. And I think as soon as we cross over here to the normal crossing point, we're just gonna scooch across with what we got, and hopefully it'll be enough. Like I say, as we tear down the old base, we will find ourselves with more granite. At least, like, you know, half a base worth. The new base will be slightly larger. Still have my... I did remember, yeah. Alright. Worms? No worms. Away we go. Little granite while we're here. We'll stop as we see it until we get over there or until we're full. Room. Okay. Ooh, double, triple, quadruple. No way we don't fill up off this spot right here alone. Yep, right there, full. I'll put whatever I can in my pocket, just, you know. Ooh. Because we can. Granite's actually really small in volume. It would appear, anyway. I could be mistaken. I feel like normally only a stack or two fits in my pocket of the other ones. There's one right there. We'll grab him too. Why not? There we go. It's full on slots and not volume, I bet you. Yup. Alright. Well then. Worms. Let's see, worms. Marker point though. The old faithful. I'm gonna be glad to not have to drive this 20 times a day anymore. I don't know about moving the loot. I might just try to do it with Thopter, see how it goes. Make sure we mark our caution point there. Stop it. I'll take you home and put you in the death stone. Turn you into Gatorade. And then we need to mark this caution point. I guess we could have gone under that base. It's fine. This is the normal route. We normally go up there. We'll go up there today. Actually, we could. Hang on. Which way is the better way? I was thinking about going up that gully over here. It's gonna be like the same. I don't know how much of this is worm sand is the only problemo. Just take this way. We can do it on the way back, maybe, just for scouting purposes. But I don't know that it matters. It looks about like the same distance. And this is a nice, easy road in this part. We'll see if it gets worse or not over here. I can't refuel this off of the... Yeah, no. Have to be in my pockets. Which would currently mean dropping rocks, swapping, getting the thing into my pocket, putting it in. It wouldn't take the whole thing, so I wouldn't even... I was thinking about, like, freeing up a little bit of space just for another stack. It won't matter, though. Let's see here. We want to go this way, I suppose. I think we want to go on this road here. This way. There's that dude's house. We just want to cut, if we can, right here. I've really driven over here before. Usually go over that way a little further. That looks like a good way to get shot up by those guys. So maybe we'll come up this way. Just underneath Duder's house, it is. There's a thing in my way. Go, crawl over. So there's that to go argue against this route, I suppose. Wasn't too bad though once we got clear there. And there's us up over here. Looking pretty cool, all things considered. Yeah. It's decent. Up, 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 and up, in. Alright. Now, we'll park up in here. In case of any sandstorms happening. And we'll go ahead and unload Buggy into here. And then I will go ahead and... Oh, right, I'm full of rocks as well. Unload me into there. I'll go ahead and grab that. Top up the fuel. So what I meant to do that. So still half one of those left. Cool. Love that for me. Alright. Now, this, we need to get started on another claim. So we can do that, or we can do this. Basically. So in order to execute our angly ideas, we would need to do this one. And then go build another one. Which we could do. Or... we can just, like, cut it over a little bit funky.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Get up. Oh my gosh. I got 2 minutes to play around. Mucking about. If we do it over here, we get all this space, which is appealing for base reasons. And we just have to do something with that over there until we get another one. Let's do it here. So I want to make this a little bit bigger. Alright. We'll need to get more Solaris before we do anything else with those.
Sector weather
for
alert.
now,
A large sandstorm is approaching.
We have this going. And I gotta wait for this sandstorm to go past before I can do too much more. Because we need to work out there. So we'll give that a second. I will have some of these Oreos while we wait for the sand to pass.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Those were delicious Oreos. I hope. Oh no! Why was my shield disabled? Overloaded. Oh no! Oh no 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 no! Hopefully it's not like being eaten right now by that sandstorm. It is. Shit. Alright. What a terrible time. I realize this isn't the biggest deal in the world, but like... I didn't realize that was going to add power draw, even though it's not like really doing anything. Well, we'll just fix this up really quick. All at once just to make sure I don't miss any. It's not like a repair all, is there? That would be nice. There's a refuel generators. Got 2 days, that's fine. 81 at 150 circuit power. projection. Yeah, there's 69 kilowatts left. Nice. There is not a repair all. It seems. I get anyway. We'll just fix up. Just because it's gonna bother me if I don't. Wish the repair worked faster. Okay. Almost done. Gosh. I'll leave the roof because the roof is going to change in a minute. I don't need to fix it because it's just going to get torn down. All right. Let's go do this part out here first. So, we're going to need... Oh, there's that stray roof piece that I was missing. I actually think I want to not fry in the sun. Come on. I want to use metal down here for the garage area. So I need to go over here. And we need to use the observer foundation. And I'm thinking if I go ahead and demolish... Oop, hello. That, then I have a starting place. But I actually probably want to do... No, I don't. I do want them this way. Because... we can put ramps on the side. It'll be different. Oops. It'll be, they won't stick out. Basically, what I'm trying to say. Some of that, so that we can put on some of that. Then we'll stop. Honestly, we'll stop before there. We could play around with that idea a little bit more. Oops. You like that idea? We build you and you. And stability becomes a problem again. Not you. Okay, good. Want you to be... What are you doing? Oh, you're just... Okay. You're just spiky. Well, you're the wrong way. That's why. That way. Spiky's this way. And that's basically the edge of where I could do anything. That's fine. You'll probably... Hang on. Can I swap out? Columns. Probably this kind. don't think I can. Up this way a little bit. That's fine. This is going to be the edge of our territory. We want to think a little bit about how we do this. I think here is where it starts. Now, if we do these guys... Now, we can't really do that. There's none of that foundation for those. We want this is what we want. And then that. I don't know if these walls will snap correctly if we do this, though. They will. Okay. A little tricky, but we can do it. All right. We need them just yet. But now that we have this in place... we need another one of you to get us going the right direction. Like this. If we're gonna do that, we might as well make all the stuff down here this block. That's fine. This foundation type. It can be layered. I'm okay with that. And then you... let's do that. It won't matter what way you go. On where I want you on. There we go. Can we fit one of these here? No, we can't. We just have to do these guys, which is okay. And we have to fill in like that, like this. Basically a whole row of these right here. Or at least until we're back to square like that. We won't be square like that. This one will be. That's fine. Oops. That. Can't do that because of those being there. We also want to be mindful of... We got to get up to this level, or... Yeah, we basically got to get up to this level. Because if we don't, then... Oh, maybe. Maybe it's okay. Maybe we can make it work. Will this clear in the middle? Okay. That actually makes it a little bit easier to get where we want to be. So that's cool. Because these will be just high enough. They can go over here, even though that'll clip into there a little bit. We could do... this, and that'll be alright. We'll just do a flat section in there. This also doesn't have to always be fully a ramp. Oops. Except we'd have to do something else here. But I think that gives us at least a spacing. So I think I'm alright with that. Alright, that'll fix that. We need to adjust this in that case, which is okay. Oops. Ran too fast. We're still gonna want to, for now, we're gonna stop it there. We can enclose it a little bit later. But then we kind of we'll end up with a square, right? We're trying to avoid for this build, trying to not be a square. Actually, creating myself a future problem here by not bringing this out further, but that'll make this out further as well. This isn't going to be a vehicle ramp. I'm not going to worry about it. The height is good here for general construction purposes. We can rework this middle area into whatever we want to as needed. Polish these guys to set the new level up. Can take all of this down, actually, as long as I have the pockets for it, because we're gonna have to adjust it a little bit. That's okay. There. Now go ahead and do this. We won't have an exit here just yet. That's okay. We can actually cut into this ramp and make an exit over here in a bit. We'll foundation it up just in preparation for such a thing. We run out of stability here, so go ahead and throw down these. Okay. Now we've got to keep in mind we need room for our desire to have this angle over and have it be still a ramp. So I'm going to start it here. And see where we get. I want these ramps here. Oop, I didn't quite grab that. And then we can get there with one, maybe two. And that's going to be like the edge of our spot anyway. That one won't be able to fit in. But we can dress it a little bit with just a foundation block. Ooh, it's right on the edge. Dress it up with one of those. Could also maybe do... like, it doesn't have to actually be a wall. No, that's ugly. But that might just be what we gotta do. Wedge wall. Will you... you won't go. You could go there. No, you're still kind of a lip. That's fine. Buggies can get over a little bit of a lip. Can't turn. Can't I rotate you to be inside my claim? Oh, because I'm using... well, no, that would be... these ones are upside down. Why are you... no, because even that scoots out. Okay, well... that's what we get. Which is probably fine. Insufficient stability. So we will need to try to sneak in a block. Can't that do? Oh, let me get... can I crouch and then pull out? Nope. Okay. I guess I can build that there, and then you. There we go. And then we can go here. Just to get a little further past that. And then... sufficient stability, but... go like that. Except for that's... well, I mean, that's kind of a straight shot. Not sure if I want to do that, though, when I could do this and get just a little bit more room over here. And do that. And then I just have to manage this corner with that, which should get me lined up. But doesn't quite. Angle's wrong. Okay, let me do this. Let's see if we can figure out. Because this turns too far. Basically. I think. Could we get there if we do that? No, you're still off. That's the trouble with triangles. Trouble with triangles indeed. We can do this. That'll make us all kinds of off. We can do one more of these and then one of these. Get it set out this far at the very least. But then we are kind of hosed here. Maybe we can still make this idea work out though. Don't think I can. The angles just don't work out right. There is a way to do this with enough triangles, but I don't want to mess with that. I hate that. That's just not a good time. We can do this though. And bring this over here. Our ramp though end up being Scatterwampus. We might get one more out of this, maybe. Yeah. That's as far as she's gonna go. Because of the squareness. The squareness of things. Yeah, you have to build that from a single point. You can't go out and then come back if you use triangles. Yeah. If you use... Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, me too. I'm getting there. Yeah. The maths... I hate doing that, though. It's always such a pain. And you wind up using a bazillion little triangles. But what I could do... Just buttress that up a little bit. Not there, here. We have a little bit of room to play with over here before we get into this stuff. Do a ramp like here. Be a lot taller though. Rather not do that. Well, I guess it's going to be about the same anyway. This little corner is going to kind of suck. This one will be great. We have lots of room over here. Move further inside. Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. I won't have lots of room over here. Because I put that there instead. We were going to move this though. This one will be great. Be kind of in the wall a little bit. I'm just going to have to build another... I'm just going to have to get another claim thingy to make this really work out that way. All the shapes, squares, triangles put together will make as long as the angles equal 360. Once you learn those shapes, you can use triangles freely. I hate it. I don't like using them for that reason. our other option is to kind of go back to lifting this up to this level, which we can do. That's not going to clear most of this stuff. We would end up higher still. This corner would suck, though, so I don't want to do that. And I don't have ramps in. I think I have these guys, but these aren't driving friendly. I don't have like a one of these, but like flipped in. I'm also really thirsty because I've been building and not paying attention. There we go. I like the beginnings of what it's shaping into. The angles here just aren't inspiring joy. Hang on. Does it just so happen that we can get here? No. He'd still be wonked. I need some shade though. Do you count as shade? Sure do. Okay. I don't even know what angle this is, like 33 or something. Maybe it's it can't be 45. It's not. Maybe. I don't know. So I can cut this back a level too. We can do that. 60? Maybe. It's a wonky angle, that's what it is. Guess we could build a circle out of them and figure out from there, but let's just pull this back a sec. 6 of them together makes 360, creating a hexagon. Okay, yeah, there you go. You. Ugh, it's so hot out here. It's like instantly frying. Just enjoy a little sunstroke while I contemplate. I don't want to use the steep ramp because I don't like the steep ramp. It looks too steep. Obviously it works in game terms, I just don't like it. Let's do... How many... I think we're like right there at this level. Maybe we can afford to go one more. Oh, I can make myself some shade. There we go, perfect. Put a point in the Bene Gesserit tree for heat protection. I don't have that unlocked. Don't know where the trainer lives. Will this get me Nope, that'll put me outside of it. So this would be the extent of how far I could go ramp-wise. And be on the ground. Close enough to, for buggy purposes. Have it be ramp, and the very first one be the normal ramp. Very first one. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah. The steep at the end here. That's actually outside the land claim too. You could do it like here. But I don't really gain anything. Like, I'm okay with a little bit of a lip. The buggy should be able to get up over most of that, I think. Stay in the shade again. We can find out here in just a second, actually. Let's do this. Oop, not that way, you fool. Oop, this way. And then do that just for the sake of the test. We'll get the buggy. We'll probably need to, you know, have a floor first. Or to drive on. But I'm kind of digging the dual level thing that this is sort of shaping up to be. Like, that's cool. In my book, anyway. Let's see how this feels to drive up. Let's flip around here. Oh yeah, she'll get right up there. It's a little bit of a oomph, but it's what I can do right meow. We feel like we need to smooth it out further. We'll just put another length thing there. Okay. For now, we're going to work with that. And I don't actually want this to be like that. Because this corner will suck. So it has to come this way more, which is fine. Still a little steep, but, you know. We'll have a lot of room here. And we can do like an upper level there or something. I'm okay with that idea. Have to come up like a ways. I don't know. Think about that a little bit. But you can go here, here, and we need some stability, so go there, and there. And then you rotate it on me for no reason. Made all my lines all catterwampus. There, and there, 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 oop, and here. And then once we expand this section over here, we can actually just make the garage a little bigger on this side too. And maybe just have the ramp come down that way or something, because we'll have all that space. Building a tunnel along that road so you don't block it underneath. I mean, I'm considering it. But also, there's a whole other road, so I don't feel too bad about this one. Like, I try not to be too much in the way, but like, this road is better anyway. I guess it kind of cuts in. We'll see what I can do. I'm kind of sketching still at this point. these guys come up here. And that gives me a little bit of room to park things off in the corner, which is nice. Not that. And then these guys over here. Do something like this, maybe? Because this will have just enough. Be like that. I can build that there, but then, yeah. I'd prefer not to have it if it's going to clip into the rock like that. And then, so if we look at what the garage door space is like, it would snap to the correct place. It seems to be reluctant to do right now. There we go. It can either be there or it could be here. We want the ramp to be the same width. If we do this, that's fine. And then this can get extended. These guys can. We might be able to get a tunnel in. Maybe. Let's play with this idea a little bit. This part down here is kind of going to be like, it's right in the road, so yeah, you know. This is wide enough though to get through. Pillars the end instead of foundation to be able to make tunnel. Yeah. So I'm just sketching. We would need to do these guys, or all these things to play with too, which is interesting. I think I want to use the deck plating looking stuff. So we need this to come like this. We want to do this. And then we can just use walls out here. That's okay. That would work. And then, so they line up, we'll make sure they're rotated correctly. Don't need this then. And I got a big old gap I want to fill up just because it'll look ugly. Oop, I went a little too far there. That's okay. Just a roof. edgy guy over here. Like so. Is around the corner that has the light underneath it? Yeah, yeah, that guy. He's gonna come down as soon as I do this, unless I put a pillar under first. I don't know if I like that, but it is nice and low profile. And this is sort of a narrow little fella. Could also just do that. That looks nicer. If we don't use the big bell. Yeah, I like that. Take these out. Put these in. Ads! You got ads. That's 3 rampies wide, right? Yeah, okay. We'll hold off on that for just a second. Do that. And then how much of this? Want to leave open is the question, and we'll just kind of feel it out. Just feel it out. I like the idea of using these guys here because we need to do it the right way, though. Get down there. There we go. Because then I can use these fellas, and it'll look the same. This was the outer, as far as the ramp was concerned, so we'll do that. And then these guys can be solid, but we want it all to matchy-match. Except for you are this way, so that you don't poke out. And that is also poking out. You did it again, you dog. This way. No pokey outies on my ramp, please. Okay, and then you can get replaced, and we don't need to leave this open. So this way. This one will have to go this way to pokey outy, but it's fine. I might as well... Well, no. Hang on. If I do this... and just replace you... Except for I gotta put in a... one of these, nope, one of these first, which is fine, we can do that. And then I'd like this to be this guy. Oh, insufficient stability, right. Hang on. All this stuff out of here really quick. Grounded foundations to the right. Yeah. But, you know, I've just done the wrong thing again. I want you to be here. And then this is the rounded guy. Right here. And that goes up, except for that's not the right. Because it comes out. So that's the rounded guy. But I want to do... Like, the white foundation is kind of what I'm doing elsewhere. So if I use this... instead of a true foundation, and then I can put not here, but here, and here, those guys, this can be a foundation block. But then here, I guess I was doing it this way. Oh, except for, duh. You don't stick out like that. I want these guys. To give it the same, same look. And then I can do the half walls here. And then this guy can be a full wall, like that. Like so. I could maybe do... Hang on. Maybe this is what you were trying to say. But that leaves a weird gap. I don't want to do that. Yeah. Back that way, and then... yeah, this way. And then this actually can stay there, that's fine. And then... my roofie guys for the metal decking look here. And this is a wall so that it matches this corner because the foundations don't, which I don't like. And same there, like that. Too bad you put railings, you know, on the driveway. I don't care about that really. I could. But OSHA will have to deal without it. These guys I don't care about being this as long as they don't stick out under my ramp. It's fine. And I'm just going to make this corner the way it be. I could do one of these here, I suppose. That's all right. I could do the same thing here, though. But I don't want to. I do, but I don't at the same time. This will just be a little corner. Yeah, I don't... There's no... That looks ugly. There's no value to that. We'll just use a regular metal guy here. Metal guy here. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll put some walls here. Just because having a dogleg corner there looks weird. And I don't want it to look weird. Let's go down to the tunnel area here and finish this up. Probably like that. Take a quick little drinky drink. And then we can put tunnel pillars like right here. Like so. That looks pretty good. Put you in there so you don't have a gap. Except, I guess it's fine. This will be like the last row. Where we need to do this, I think. I don't want it hanging out there, the spikies. Except for I did this. This one needs this. Nope. Needs that. So that I can do this here. And then the same... Oop, let's do outer... Just so they look correct. Like that. Like that. Like that. I don't know how good this is going to be to drive through. Test it out in a second. Further inside? No. Not further inside the land claim. Put it down there, you fool. So it doesn't have an ugly gap. There. Right there. Do that. And then we'll have to actually do... Actually, I lied. These guys need to also be this setup so that the outer foundation looks correct. Unless... Yeah, I like that. Think. Let's double check. No, that took all of them. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, in order to have a smooth wall like that, because I want internal deck. That's right. I want the other thing is I wanted the decking. So yeah. That's just got to be like that. Outer though. You in place all the way over here like that. Swap that out. Put in place these guys. And then these can just be regular foundations. That's fine. We'll have to do something there when we fix this up. all these guys out of here. We'll just use the metal foundations because it's a garage floor. And then, because your walls, put you in, and you in, you in. There we go. Like so. Now, take a drink, because we're running low again. We'll just put this in here so that it doesn't have gaps for now. And then, how are we doing? We got 6,000 of this left, so we got plenty of room. We're gonna do the same patterning, I think, with this. But this little jutty, which actually, hang on. Like, why stop here? Why don't I? Instead of doing this, outer that way. Like, why don't I carry this out further? There's no good reason not to. Got the build space. The approach is still nice. That rock's got in the way. Oops. I don't love that gap. So let's do that, and then I don't have an ability to put anything there. Do that. That'll be fine. Oops, wrong thing got deleted twice. Just gonna bake in the sun here while I fiddle with my ramp. Giggity. Nope. Yup. Don't know what the hell that was snapping to. Excuse me? There we go. Go home, ramp. You're drunk. And then if I can squeeze in a half guy. Pain in the butt. There we go. And then that guy. I'm gonna go stand in the shade again. There. Okay. And then our outermost thing here. We need to do the same treatment too. We went over 2, yes. So this is going to be my except for I can't do that for reasons. Stand out here for the shade though, that's nice. Will I close it in anyway? I would have to do... I'd have to get you to snap, which you won't. Could I do... Hang on, if I did the wall piece here instead of this, then it would snap. There we go. Then you. that everybody fits nicely. Do 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 do. There we go. Oop. I feel like there's an opportunity to build some space down here that's actually usable as well. Oops. Except for I am off. Damn it. Somehow wound up off by a half block. So we'll fix that. The joys of using walls instead of foundations here. Come on, there we go. If they just made the foundations line up with the dang walls, I wouldn't have to do this. Or at least, you know, if they didn't line up, I would accept an artistic transition, I guess I might say. That would be alright. Nope. You were there. There we go. Get you down there. Okay. Now. That can be here, that's fine. Just to finish up things. Then we replace you like so. And we put you in the right orientation right there. And then bake in the sun a little bit. Is this shade? It is. Let's go test the buggy on that tunnel really quick. While it's daytime and we're just continually frying, we'll let the shade progress a little bit more. Oop, I removed a block I didn't mean to. We'll fix that. 1 second. So leaving feels pretty good. Oh yeah, that's alright. Piece of cake. Worked out really well, actually. And then getting in might be a little worse, but that's fine. Oop. As long as the door opens. Alright, we'll put you in here again real quick. Fix the hole I made in the floor. Right. You used to be, and shall be again, just one of those. Cool. Alright, now. What we did here was these guys on the... no, these guys. Windows on corners like this. And then next to them went these kind of windows. And then we swapped to these kind of spiky guys, and I kind of dig that. This, however... Oh, hang on. Now that I've extended this so far... Would this look weird? Or awesome? Well, I'm half off again. Because I forgot that this is a trap. Like, this is awesome. I like this. We'll just have to patch up this little bitty wedge walls, little bitty gap, which it won't let me, so maybe I'll take that off. Oh, it's because of that half wall. Okay, that's fine. Do that, and then will you let me sneak a half wall down there? Of course not. Because you hate fun and good things. I guess we can swap back to foundation, because we're gonna fix that over there too. And the foundations at least will slide in there. Normally. Oh, this won't because of this. Okay. Oops. Well, fit now, won't ya? Yep, bastard. And then I've got like these little buttressy looking things that come out of here. And look sick. And I'll put 2 windows over here. And then we'll have you. We'll have you. And every other one of these. And I guess since this is just friggin' rock in my base. Except for I actually want to carry this way. That's the correct, right? I think so. That's okay. My own fault for deciding I liked this place. And all of the interesting shapes that the rocks were. And gave me interesting ideas about bases. Okay. Then this can all just be this because there's nothing to see over here, really. And then we'll do the same thing here. Except we gotta go change this out, which is fine. Take that down, take you down. Except, oops, I have to take this out, but I'm pretty sure we still have enough room. So, hold that right there, and this right there. And then get you just to squeeze down just... No? Stability? Stability? I call shenanigans? There. There we go. It'll close that up a little bit, but I think... Oop, let's go the right way around with that. I think it'll be okay. Stability? Chew. Oop. Outer. This one might have been wrong. This one might have been wrong. Outer. There we go. And then I actually don't need these. Well, I might need that one. Need those because they're the other side. There. And then, I don't know, maybe decorate that with a little bit of pillar. And then you were there, and then you left. There we go. Just fill that little tiny gap there. Oh, that kind of ate into that a little bit more than I really wanted to. Let's go get the buggy again real quick and see. Does it suck, or is it alright? People are gonna run into my base a lot. Do you want that window like that, though? Hang on, maybe... if I take these out and replace... let's do this. This might look even better, actually. Replace this with a pillar. Wish I had like a half wall. I have to fix this up, but that's okay. Don't need walls there. Oops, that's a block off, or half a block off. You, and then you again, and then you again, and then you. We just put it here for decoration still. Kind of just make it look more supportive. And then we can put this back here. And then... well, maybe not. Let's go see if this sucks or not. To fill in that gap for sure. And that's plenty drivable. We just need to dress up that corner a little bit. I wish I had like half corners. That'd be nice. But I think we can figure something out here. Like, this is almost right. Up until there. But maybe, okay, well, what if we swap it out up top? That's not going to look right. Take that out really quick. Make that out really quick. Snapping is gonna super let me down here. Okay, take you down really quick. I'm pretty sure this is just a fool's errand. Yeah, because it's gonna stick out too far. Okay, let me get this thing back in place. And this thing back in place. Fill in that gap right there. Got wedge walls. I don't like that idea, though. Guess, like, just doing this would help a lot. Shoot the right way, though. It'll make it look better. Take these out again. Don't need those for visuals. Come on, there you go. There we go. And there we go. And then we put this back in place. How do we like that? How do we like them apples? I mean, it does look a little bit funky like that. I think it'll help. It's super drivable. That's the important part, I guess, with that. If we're going to commit to giving a tunnel, we should commit to giving a tunnel. That's good. We've got the big old bollard in front there. Got the door that just closed, and therefore will stop me. We've got the foundation piece that wound up getting removed because I pulled out its support. Because it was a roof. Put this up here again real quick. Alright. Got those. We've got, for right now, thank you. Right now, this can just be another garage door until we change things. I would just like to get things sealed in really quick tonight, because I do need to get to bed at, I mean, like 45 minutes ago. Ooh, this thing, though, is only too wide there. But that's okay. We can either do a couple different things. First off, let's get the window in. And then we can do 2 windows here. Do the wall windows. That's okay. It'll look alright. As long as most of the pattern fits, we should be a-okay. And then you. And then you. And then you. And then you. 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 Swap our wall piece and start again. You. 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 Hey, you. You. This for now can be this. That's okay with me. Well, kind of okay with me, I guess. We'll do one more. That's fine for now. This can be one of these. There's nothing for it to see anyway. The same is true there. That's fine. Let's do a nice row of the white stone. We'll use the kind of bubbled out one. Kind of because we get so much other texture going on here. And because it will line up, oops, with the bubbled out and fit our other wall as well. Same sort of design language. Oop. Oh, come on, get over there. Where you belong. Like so, and 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 like so. These guys like so. And then you, and then you, and then you. Alright, closer, closer, getting close. Now, we need our little bubbly friends here up top, and actually, may put them down below. No, you. There we go. To look at that. Can't do it on the other one, but okay. Open for me. Because those ones don't have yes. I like that. Gives it interesting shape. Those ones don't have anything below them, so we can't really do that, but it's okay. Okay, now we need a row above here. Just debating this. Might do this instead. For now. And then pull this over for now. Oops. You to line up correctly, please. Okay, well, let's try this way then. There. And then we can do a passageway, I guess? Sure. Leave it like that for just for the time being. We might squirrel away something in there at some point, I guess. Could become a closet or something. Alright, last row for this structure. And we also want to, well, this is going to get reworked, so we can actually take these out for now just because they'll look weird if we leave them like so. We need to put one more row up top here, and I'm thinking that I want to do, just kind of enjoying these little bumped out fellas here. But I need to see them. We can't do them in the corners there. Bump out and bump out together don't work. There's too much bumping going on. Yeah, I kind of dig that. And then we could do something. There's a bumped out window. don't know that I like that so much, though. What if we replaced you with this? Kind of dig that. It kind of gives like a fortressy sort of vibe. Fortunately, this needs to get swapped for... maybe... That's a half wall. I mean, maybe this. Because if we then go put another next to it, the little swoopies kind of go together. Nah, they don't. We're just going to go with the regular old wall like that. In the corner, it's kind of plain, but like, it's what we got. And then here in the middle, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Other way around, please. And then we'll do our same dealios here. Have to go up to make this happen. Like so. Do they leave gaps there? Gaps. Let's see. Might have to swap those out with something. All the way over to this corner. At which point we need to stop and do that. Same deal on that corner. Ooh, that won't fit outside there. Oh, that's so disappointing. Well, temporarily, we'll switch to these. We'll swap them once we get the other claim and do our other stuff with it. Yeah, that's gonna leave a big gap. Well, that's disappointing too. Okay. We can replace this with those. Just because they won't line up correctly. Hazards of mixing and matching pieces. Okay, these guys here, though, we'll do... Actually, we could do these. That would be acceptable. And kind of keep the windowy theme going. And we could also keep here. This is a little bit more visually interesting than the empty corner. There. Alright, now, we just need to get a roof on the garage and we'll be done for right now. I'm going to use the lighted garage lights, like that. Put this over here in this corner. Oop. I don't know that I want to do all of them like that, though. It's going to mean the upper part is mismatched, but this is not a two-story affair. It's not a floor that you gotta walk on, so I might be able to overlook it. We could use some of these little fellas. Oh, it's a skylight. That's cool. And then a row of these. Probably 2 rows of these. And I think we do this. We break it up a bit. They kind of got to be over here because it's only too wide. That's all right. What if we did skylight? Oh, we could do like that. That's cool. Yes. If we're gonna do patterns, like let's do some friggin' patterns. This stuff. Place. Carry this across. Let's see, we did one from there, but will that play out symmetry-wise if we do the same? I need to just do put a roof in first real quick, and then we can locate them. I think it will work symmetry-wise. Sip. Stand in the sun getting cooked. That's why we need that roof I was just talking about putting in before I mess with. Okay, so if we do one here, it puts it one there too. Cool, yeah. Absolutely, we can do that. And then, okay, I need you, now that I'm done going in and out, you just stop opening for people on foot. This is not a human entrance. Okay. This being only too wide. It's kind of... I say that and I immediately want to go back outside again. I have room to go one more wide, except... I think I'm going to wind up with the same problem where this is going to try to overhang if I do that. Because over here... I had that problem. So I don't want to get into that problem again. But I would like, and maybe I just let it be a little different on the sides, on these two sides, and be symmetrical that way. This was supposed to be stone foundation, just so they match. And then let's fill in the gap, because I'm particular like that. Come on. Need you to get into the gap. There we go. Could replace this. It's like it's not a window, but it'll at least look like the same pattern color-wise. So I do like that a little bit. This needs a roof as well. For now. That will do. We figure out how we want to make that work. This is actually pretty dope. I'm really pleased with this, actually. Except for this part. Oh, that's why you weren't. Yeah, okay. So So I just need to build this over here instead. Over here instead. And then replace you. The rock, I would prefer to do without, but we get what we get. Maybe we can decorate it a little bit. And then over here, let's see. Because you're only 2 wide, these patterns won't work for us. We could do something like that. That's kind of cool. Doesn't really... It doesn't line up, though. Don't like that. No, that bothers me that that doesn't line up. Okay. What if we replace you and you? What if we move our little flowery guys? They kind of look flowery. Over. Then they're offset that way. Which... We'll just need to make this one like 1 wider at the very least, maybe more anyway. That'll be okay for now. I like where this one is put, kind of. Maybe even more if I was to move.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
So it's dead center. I like that. Yes. Okay. That's better. We make you another wider. That'll help. We do have these over here, and we could do like that. Doesn't line up though. What if we made these bigger? I don't like that either though. I liked this a lot.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
I think these just get... These just go. I think these go too, because they just don't line up. We'll do those, that's fine. Would like more of these. I don't know how I wish to incorporate them. Do something like that. I don't like how checkerboardy that is, though. That there.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Manage stop opening for people on foot, please. Go outside and look at it here after this goes by. We also need a hangar, so you know. It's on the list. Figure out a use for this place. think. Yeah, I gotta look outside first. Not sure I feel about the mismatchedness of these. What if we took... What if we swapped these? Oops. What if we did that? And then actually, we could swap these around too. And make this look a little less awkward. Apparently I'm just going to choke on everything and die. Lose my voice for, like, instantly for no reason. That would look cool. I like that. I'm not sure about these. What if we replaced... That's too much light. Maybe. Maybe. Inner light, yeah. I don't know. I like them enough to want more of them. I don't know if I like them enough to want this many of them. It is pretty banging, though. Go look out like that. These are the best windows, but, like, these aren't bad. How does it look from the outside if I do that? I mean, it's pretty cool. I think I want just these here, though. What if I replace these like that? Well, I can't do it on that one. That's cool. Like that. And then... because those can't do that anyway, this can be a little bit unique. Just leave those as windows. Do something like that, maybe. That's... I like that less. Just do that. So, like... maybe that works. Looks a little bit weird. Maybe it's alright. How does it look when you open? I mean, that's not bad. The whole thing kind of clips a little bit. In general. Oh, no, that's ugly. I don't like that. Put that one back. Like so. Yeah, let's go with that for now. Alright, let's grab... We're gonna fix this nonsense here. In general. We need another claim to really make that shine, though. Which we can do. It's fine. How are we doing on power? We got 2 days left. Alright. We can go grab super quick. Super duper quick. And that's gonna not be that way anyway, so you know, keep that in mind. There should be some power cell laying on the ground out here. Somewhere fairly close by. I thought I saw some. Or fuel cells, rather. Hey, Terrace, how's it going? All bright? Or all-nighter, okay. It tried to translate that for some reason. No, I'm just up late because I got busy building and I was having a really good time with it. I was meaning to go to bed like an hour ago. But if I can snag some power cells really quick, that'll put the pin in it. And I just, for some reason, don't see any over here. I wanted to make sure that I have plenty of juice in the base here. It says 2 days, and I don't have reason to doubt it yet, but I've been working on this base, like, for several hours now. You sleepy? Yeah, me sleepy too. Me sleepy too. It's gonna be a quick toothbrush and a go to sleep immediately as soon as I wrap up here. And why am I not finding power cells? They usually, or fuel cells, they're usually just all over the place. Place is lousy with them. Cave right there to poke around in later. Maybe they were down here. I swear I saw a bunch on the way here. I just don't remember where now. Someone else might have snatched them up too. I haven't seen anybody running around lately. But oh, there's some right there. Perfect. This will be like another full stack. Here we go. And then let me grab just the loose scraps. Because I can. Because each one of those is like several hours. That'll be it. Tomorrow, after Code Stream, we'll do more Dune, and we'll finish. We'll probably just be base building tomorrow. Because I have this this cool new base. I think I'm going the wrong way, but let's just go over here and see if I can bypass that little valley. No, I can't. I'd have to go this way. I'm still learning my new home, the new road. I can avoid getting shot to pieces here. There we go. And I'm right over here. It looks pretty cool from here. We need to fix up a couple things about it, but it looks pretty cool. Let's see, can I get down over here? I think this loops around. Yeah. No. Kind of. I should have gone up there. Alright, that's okay. I can rock crawl it a little bit. Buggy power. Hey, look, more fuel cells. Literally right next to my house. After I went around everywhere looking for them. Just gonna grab them out of spite now. There we go. We get all parked up in the garage. A little bit of a tight turn. We'll fix that. Well, kind of. Maybe. Alright. You open manually right now. We'll fix some of that. Like, we can come out here a little bit. Getting distracted again. No, stop it. Alright, let me put you in here, and there. And you in here, and then buggy, and then you, like so. Make sure we're all good. Refuel generators, 20 days, perfect. Alrighty, so tomorrow we need to fix up this thing. This thing is crap. This is a boring cube. We need to like extend this out one more. And I don't think we have room this way. Nope, we're right up against the edge here. But we have room this way now. And room this way still. So we'll extend it out at least one, maybe three. We'll kind of see how we feel about it. We'll make it even across here. We'll do something with this to make this better. It doesn't need to be a vehicle ramp anymore, so there's that to consider. And we'll do something more interesting shape-wise with these things, because right now this isn't gonna get it. This may stay the hangar. We just might make it nicer. We pull it more this way, because we have all this room now. And like, hanging over this cliff would be kind of dope. We just do it right. I would like that, I think. And then we can look this way, which is nice and unspoiled, instead of just at Dude's house and the things there. But that is all stuff for tomorrow, Mongoose. Because today, Mongoose is done. Had enough. It's time for bed. So thank you to everybody who came to join me and hang out today. It's good to make some progress on moving, and I've got a Thopter. That was dope. Very excited about that. We'll finish the base. We will get moving everything over here production-wise when we're ready. And yeah, that'll probably be most of tomorrow's play, really. But yeah. If you like coding things, then I also normally run a coding stream. We go for at least 4 hours a day. Usually it's been about 8. Starting today and ending on Mondays. So come around tomorrow. On Twitch, same channel. On YouTube, look at the channel page, and down below you'll see the link to my coding channel. 10 a.m. Central, we'll be back here doing that thing again, and I will be drinking a lot of coffee, I bet. But yeah, thanks again, everybody. We'll catch you later on. Have a good night.